So welcome to the underwater world of our wildlife pond. This is taken with an underwater camera, and to be honest I had no idea what the camera could see, so I've generally pointed it in several different directions, and where I've seen something moving in the water I've tried to point the camera at it, but it's really a bit of a random event. But having said that, we've caught some interesting stuff, so let's have a look at this, and you'll see various things from leeches, water beetles, newts, ramshorn, snails, and you'll see all sorts of activity. But I would say just stare at the leaves and you'll see leeches waving at you, Caddis Fly larvae moving around, and take a good look and you'll see all sorts of things flying around. The white spikes are roots from the reed mace, and if you look on the reed mace stems, those big green and brown structures, you'll see like jelly-like blister things, which are the snail eggs from the Ramshorn snails. They lay them in rafts, and if you look at the bottom right, you can see a leech waving. They just stand up and wave. Various microscopic small animals just swimming around in front of the lens. You see some more snail eggs on that brown stem. The surface of the pond acts like a mirror. Floating on the top are sort of the snails, which are feeding off the duckweed. Now, duckweed floats on the surface and it hangs its roots down into the water, and the snails are feeding on that, keeping it under control. But the surface just looks like a mirror, which you can see the pond below. The grass on the edge of the pond obviously grows and actually flops into the pond, and this seems to provide a nice sort of marginal area for the snails. And the plants you see also there, the spiky ones, are water soldiers. They are British native, and they go up to the surface in the summer and sink to the bottom in the winter. And the green spiky thing again is another Caddis Fly larva. It's picked up some bits of grassy type material, and there's a newt. I tried to point it at newts, but of course you can't see where the camera's looking, so I was quite lucky in some respects, but this one got very cheeky and came so close it couldn't even keep in focus. Once again we see some newts, male newts. You don't realise that they're actually heavier than water, so they gradually sink when they're not swimming. So they always seem to have their legs out ready to land on something. But really pleased with the shot. It shows them working their natural environment. And the caddis fly again moving in front, the green spiky blob wandering around in front of the newt. And here we have a caddis fly larva, or some relation of a caddis fly. It's basically collected a lot of material, bits of plant material, stick, stuck it to itself. It has like a tube around it, and it glues various camouflage material and to protect it and to prevent it from being eaten. Unfortunately, it has to walk with that, so it looks a bit clumsy, and it tends to waddle along with this huge array of bits and pieces on its back. The snails tend to act like a herd of cows, basically going across the surface, chewing leaf material and algae, and basically keeping the place as tidy as possible. But they do a fantastic job and have become part of the pond's ecosystem. And I knew there was a newt or something in the surface. I couldn't see it, but so I just generally pointed the camera up towards the surface without getting too much strong sunlight in it, and half got a good shot. But you can see the newt using the roots of the duckweed to support it, stop it from sinking, and it's just like walking through this forest of roots, hunting for insects and things to eat. I think actually they do eat the plant material as well, as I think we'll see in a few minutes. But it's something I can't say that I'd ever seen before. I always thought newts sort of swam around the water and stayed on the bottom, but there's some evidence there that they can hold themselves up to the surface by using the duckweed. Here we can see the tail of a female newt. It just looks like a stick sticking out, but you'll notice it gradually moves as she pushes herself beneath the leaf surface. That little brown spike gradually will disappear beneath the surface. And as we look up, managed to catch another newt in the surface layer with the duckweed, and it does look as though it's actually eating the duckweed. It seems to be grabbing at bits and chewing it. So that sort of concludes it really. Quite a fascinating view into the world of our wildlife pond.